Ginny is one of our graduates of Be Powerful from the last cohort that went through. She's out in New Zealand, so she's a Kiwi. It's late at night out there. And the results that she's had have been absolutely transformational and inspiring. And I think you ladies are going to absolutely love what Ginny's got to say. There she is! It works! It works! I get so excited when it works. Well, obviously, clearly, right? How are you, sweets? Are you well?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, me too, darling, me too. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. I just love your story and your amazing transformation, watching you share in the Be Powerful community over those 12 weeks, well, and beyond, was so inspiring. Why don't you start by telling these ladies a bit about yourself and what was going on for you before Be Powerful, hun?
I'm a teacher and I live in New Zealand, and so I did Be Powerful online, which was pretty cool. And prior to the course starting, I tried lots of different things. My husband were in a place and both of us were arguing and our life was just miserable. And we were arguing and fighting, and it was affecting my work and it was affecting our family. It was just affecting everything.
Have you got kids, Ginny?
I've got 2 little boys, a 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. Yeah.
And yeah, I know from the message that you shared with us that it was you guys were considering separation. Like it was pretty.
He probably wasn't. In retrospect, I think he wasn't, but I was at my wit's end. I was like, I can't keep staying kind of in a relationship with no communication going on at all. Yeah.
Oh, it was pretty the worst, isn't it? That feeling of, you love someone, like under it, there's love, but when you can't connect and it feels like no matter how people try, it just ends in, it's not fun.
And it was in everything. It was to do with money. It was to do with looking after the kids. It was to do with my career. It was everything. Yeah, there was no, but then there'd be little times in the month when we'd connect and you'd go, yay, and then it all just
Oh, I know. I think the majority of women on this call have been at a point like that in our relationships, and it's all in how we then choose to take our power back, right? In this context of power conversation that we've been having today, can you see how you might have been giving your power away at that time, or where you were not being your best and most effective, powerful self?
Oh, I was useless.
Useless. Hey, that's a bit mean. Don't be mean about my friend like that.
No, most definitely. Because I think with me, what I was doing is when we got into conversations like that, instantly I would back down.
Right.
And I would just turn into this like, oh, whatever, and do whatever you like, and I'd just back away all the time.
So you were doing victim archetype pretty well. Fine. Oh, what can I do anyway? Boop, boop. Yeah.
And then I'd go the opposite direction and go into that real kind of bitch. So I'd have a go at that and see if that would work. Yeah.
If this doesn't work, then we'll try that one. It's a common cycle, isn't it? It's a really common cycle. Because we build up resentment. When we go, oh, fine, our boundaries are still being crossed, so we build up resentment. And then eventually it's got to boil over and come out. And it either will come out in bitch or it'll come out in depression and bitch at oneself, They're usually the two paths that we take with that. So how did Be Powerful help you to see what was going on? What access did it give you to making some change there?
I think the biggest thing for me was actually the power type release.
Yeah.
And those meditations were just unbelievable.
Let me just explain to these ladies what that is so they understand it. So one of the things we do right at the beginning of the course is we do a meditation called the awakening process, first of all. And that meditation helps you to go from, here's my problem, the symptoms of the problem, isn't it, Ginny? And then dig down underneath it to what is actually happening at the unconscious level that's manifesting in the results that you're seeing. And those are often emotions, aren't they? Or limiting beliefs. So you would have done that and you would have identified those emotions or limiting beliefs. Then we have a meditation that Ginny's just referenced called the power type release that helps you to let go of that stuff. So what did you identify? What was underneath it all that you had to let go of?
Oh my gosh. What did I not let go of in the middle of BePowerful? I think I would be partway through the course and I'd be like, oh no, there's another thing. And so but I think probably anger was a huge one for me to let go of.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. I think I walked around in life thinking I didn't get angry, but I actually swallowed all of it inside of me.
Can anyone else relate to that? We do that. We're good girls, right? So we don't get angry. We push it down. I'm interested if anyone else relates. So do let us know in the comment box if you do. So you let go of your anger. What happened? How did that make you feel?
Oh, it was amazing. I actually had not long after because I'd let go of these things and then I'd go into the next conversation with my husband, and then all of a sudden something would trigger and I just would stand there. And he didn't know how to deal with me because I wasn't getting angry anymore. And in one conversation, he didn't know what to do, and he just went, oh, and he walked away from me. And I then walked away and went, oh my God, like, wow, it was just phenomenal.
That's amazing, because you're not being triggered because you're not carrying around the big bunch of stuff anymore. Yeah. So then how has this unfolded since then? So clearly it's progressed from him just walking away from the conversation. Obviously we've moved on from there. How did it unfold?
Oh, it ended up being, because then I got rid of guilt and I got rid of being not good enough, and there was just one after the other, and then all of a sudden when the conversations came up, I wasn't getting triggered. So because I wasn't getting triggered, we could actually start having conversations. It was amazing. It was incredible.
That is so beautiful. And this is the thing. What I love about breakthroughs in relationship is they can start and even sometimes finish with one person having the breakthrough. Sometimes we often think, why don't our men have to do it? Or why doesn't my partner have to do the work? If we can just disengage our triggers and be a stand for peaceful communication, often it only needs one to unpick the pattern, doesn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. And I think I was very much pointing the finger and thinking that he was the one that actually had to change. And I got to the end of the course and I was like, oh my gosh, it was me. It was nothing. I mean, it was him, but it was a lot of it was me.
Yeah.
It was massive.
Because in relationship, we can either bring the best out in each other or we can bring the worst out in each other, can't we? And it only takes one of us to be in our best to start bringing the best out in each other.
I think the other massive part was I was very low in lover. Hugely low in lover. So through the BePowerful course, and when I got to lover, it was a very uncomfortable, and it was quite funny because I was a very strong lover before I met my husband, and then I kind of chucked it away.
Yeah, that's a common pattern. I'm sure you're not alone. So lover, this one, ladies, is lover. Lover is first of all, she's the center of our own self-care, isn't she? She's the one who cherishes and worships the beautiful body that we're put in. And if we want to have intimacy with somebody else, we've got to love the vessel that we're in. We've got to love the body we've been given. But also she's the sensual, sexual, juicy part of us that likes to connect and have that polarity with our partner. She often gets shelved when children come along. Let's face it, and she needs to for, a few months to a couple of years, depending on how long your kids sleep and up in the middle of the night and stuff. But 8 is a really long time.
To not have lover. So it's kind of nice because when you find lover again, when you have those moments, you can like I really related to all the different power types, and so I would be having conversations and realizing, this isn't working. So I would change tact, and then realize and go, lover, let's bring you in for a little while. And he just responded really well to that.
I bet. That's it, because otherwise we get stuck in our conversations and we think, I'm having this conversation. We lose sight of who's having this conversation. And what you're doing beautifully, and I think the ladies listening can learn from, rather than just here's the conversation I want to have, if we can delve into who's having the conversation, and sometimes you might be in queen, but you're not getting the result that you want. Queen is still powerful. Hang on. Okay, this is where we're hitting a barrier. Maybe lover's going to be more helpful. You soften into lover, she comes into play, and bang, doorway's open. Oh,
yeah.
Ginny, look at you. Well done.
It's very, very awesome. I can't believe the change. I can't believe the transformation. I mean, we still have our niggles, and I think every couple has niggles and all those sorts of things, but they're few and far between. Like, I'm happy and our kids are happy, and and we can communicate better, and it's just a much better relationship. And I didn't know what else to do. I was like, what else am I going to do? I can't keep doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And this is the only thing I've ever found that actually made a difference. And I've tried millions of different things.
Is that right? I didn't realize you tried a lot of stuff before us.
Oh, I've done lots and lots of different courses all about around self-esteem and lots of, dealing with all those issues from when I was a child and everything. And this is the only thing. And once it's fixed, it doesn't go back.
Once you got your power taps in your pocket, baby, you're good to roll, right?
You're good to go. Yeah. And I think the cool part is, which I didn't realize, like I chose Be Powerful to work on my relationship, but it ricocheted through into my work. It ricocheted through to my family. It just affected every single part of my life, even though that was the only.
Well done, you. Wow, Ginny. So what are you going to say to these ladies if they're considering doing it? You've got the floor. What are you going to tell them?
What I'm going to tell them? I'm going to tell you, being in New Zealand, by the way, to do Be Powerful was ridiculously expensive. And I put it out to the universe because I was like, how am I going to have a conversation with my husband who doesn't really like spending a lot of money and wasn't really liking me to try and do Be Powerful? And then all of a sudden the universe just conspired and money came, and it was just incredible. And and there was a whole lot of different things that came out, and it was amazing. And I would say, if you're in that position like I was, if you don't have a lot of money, or it would just find it. Just find it. I know. And the cool thing is I got to the point that I was like, well, I'm going to ring you guys up and say, please, can I pay it off over, just do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Because you don't know the difference. Like, I can't believe the person that I was at the beginning of the year to the person who I am today. And I would just say, just go for it. Go for it.
Ginny, you are so inspiring. Thank you for being such a beacon of what's possible in relationships. I know there'll be ladies listening to this who are in that really stuck place, and you can fear that you can't get out. It is scary when you feel like it's done, I can't get out. There is access, and the good news is only one of you needs to make that call to be brave enough. And I honor you for that. I really honor you, my darling. Oh, and thank you for joining us. It's so good to connect.